A reminder, this Saturday, Snowman and crew will be live from Soldier Field in Chicago. And man, I can't wait. It's the top of the hour on Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio and WIRUDB in Chicago, as well as WQEE 99.1 FM in Atlanta. The best morning sports show is coming your way right now. On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Kevin Durant, you should have left California.
This Bronx sexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised that the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Time to get this party started. Good morning. Welcome to the Wacky Bronze Sexual Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. We are presented by BetUS.com. Hey, sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sports book, BetUS.com is back in our 30th year of action. The NFL's right around the corner, and if you sign up now and use the code Snowman by going to BetUS.com, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. See, Victor, I did that from memory. Will I do it again? No, I don't think I will be able to do it again. Here we go, folks. This is the Whip Around presented by Fanatics. Mention the Whip Around is presented by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Go to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and select your gear and gear up your way. Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Well, approximately half of the University of San Diego football team is facing disciplinary action just before the season start after an investigation to an alleged hazing within the program. Oh my gosh, here we go again. The names of the players facing disciplinary action were not released, but the university said in a statement to USA Today Sports that the actions taken included players receiving indefinite game suspensions. First-year head coach Brandon Moore was notified of the hazing allegations on August 18th and then reported it to athletic director Bill McGinnis. As a result, team activities were suspended as officials began an investigation which included interviewing players. The university said in a statement, quote, as a result of this preliminary investigation, approximately half the football team who were either active or passive participants will face varying degrees of disciplinary action, close quote. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You mean this hazing stuff? First it's Northwestern, now it's University of San Diego. It won't go away. Doggone it. It just won't go away. Get it right, people, will you please? The shooting at a White Sox game happened after a woman hid a gun in her belly. What? New details have emerged after a shooting injured two women at Comiskey Park during a White Sox game on Friday night. Becky Kaczynski, ESPN Chicago reporter, said that the gun was snuck into the stadium by one of the women who was hit. The shooting was an accidental discharge by the woman whose injury was previously identified as a graze wound. Kaczynski said, quote, I can't believe I'm going to say this. She reportedly snuck the gun in past metal detectors, hiding it in the folds of her belly fat, close quote. A 42-year-old woman sustained one gunshot wound to the leg, and a 26-year-old woman also sustained a graze wound to the abdomen. Authorities says the older woman was taken to a local hospital where she was in fair condition, and the other woman refused medical treatment. Per NBC5 Chicago, the shooting happened during the fourth inning of the game against the Oakland Athletics. Initially, police requested that the game be stopped, but it went on due to a lack of perceived threat. Lack of perceived threat? Really? Really? A woman sneaks a gun into Comiskey Park in the folds of her belly fat. And no perceived threat. Interim Police Superintendent Fred Wallace said, we allowed the game to continue, not to create a panic. A woman snuck a gun into a baseball stadium. Let me say that again. A woman snuck a gun into a baseball stadium, into one of my favorite baseball stadiums. I will say that one more time. A woman snuck a gun in the folds of her belly fat into a doggone baseball stadium. I'm not going to cuss. I promised I wouldn't. And you want to say it, it won't create a panic? Stupid. Absolutely bleeping stupid. Ay, ay, ay. Stupid. Just, I'm moving on before I cut. Former AL MVP Josh Donaldson has been booted by the New York Yankees. The 37-year-old has a rocky 2-year stint in the Bronx and was hitting just 142 in 34 games during an injury-plagued 2023 season. He missed time earlier in the year with a hamstring injury and has not played a game since suffering a calf strain July 15th in Colorado. A three-time All-Star and American League MVP in 2015 with the Blue Jays, Donaldson led the league that season with 122 runs scored and 123 RBIs, helping carry the Jays to the American League Championship Series. He enjoyed productive seasons in Atlanta and Minnesota before he was traded to the Yankees in March in 2022. Adios, amigos. Goodbye, and don't come back. Last but not least, the Colts are unable to find a trade partner for all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor, and the saga continues in Indianapolis. I wish they'd solve this problem, not just for him, but for running backs that put their real running backs that run the football in offenses that want to run the football and put their bodies on the line, which is what football players do on a daily basis. That's your Whip Around presented by Fanatics. Dadgummit, I said that's the Whip Around presented by Fanatics. Look, doggone it, quit pushing buttons. That's the Whip Around presented by Fanatics for the third time. Ay, caramba. You can't find good help these days, especially when you are waiting on your executive producer extraordinaire to come in. And I know he's swamped at work this morning. So I will handle this the best way that I can.
You don't know what names he was being called, and there's no and being drunk is no excuse.
No.
You still need to be held accountable for your actions. Mm-hmm. So for you to even try and flip it on that the dock worker could have de-escalated, because that's what he said. Dock worker should have de-escalated. How you gonna de-escalate 5 people jumping on your and beating you down? Huh? What's the de-escalation in that? Yeah. Again, MAGA, take this fat with you, because he doesn't speak for us. He could take those sheets that he was promoting on his show and wrap himself around with them and go drown himself in the pool. I could give 2.
Oh my God.
The Incomparable Wise. Episodes premiere Monday at 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Comey Media Inc.'s YouTube channel, Real Wise TV, and other select YouTube channels. And you catch their television replay tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central on the BS3 television network, as well as Roku. And you can catch the audio replays on Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio. We thank you for your support. The audio replays of Mentality will be on Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio, rebranded, beginning Monday night. Monday night will be the new episodes, and then the remainder of the week you'll see some of the best of Mentality. But Mentality will go 5 nights a week on Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio beginning Monday. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Your afternoons just got better with the Brian Snow Show. Weekdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride, folks.
I'm in another lane. I'm a different breed. I'm everything you can never be. I'm next level. Next level.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pros, your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon and see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff Quick and dependable service professionals and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Because we take this job so serious.
The f is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
It most certainly is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, 16 after the hour. Want to welcome those of you listening on WIRUDB in Chicago, my hometown. And don't forget, I'm going to keep promoting this, and I got a bigger announcement before the top of hour 2. But this Saturday, this will happen. It's Central State and Mississippi Valley State. Yours truly will have the live call on Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio and other radio outlets from Soldier Field in Chicago. Our pregame will start at 2, though that may change to 1:30 Eastern time. Got some interview subjects lined up, and want to be sure everyone gets their play during the pregame. If not, they'll air at halftime. But as for right now, we're set for 2 p.m. for the pregame show and 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 p.m. Central for kickoff from Soldier Field. And I want to thank my wonderful, fabulous executive producer, Cole Johnson, for helping to put all the elements together. My other producers, Drew Willingham. Dr. K, of course, will be in the booth with me as the booth producer. James McCallum and Victor Locke will be on-site engineers. Can't wait for this to happen and for us to bring it to y'all Saturday afternoon. Now, on to business. Ex-49ers quarterback Trey Lance says being traded to the Cowboys put a big smile on my face. Give me a moment. New Dallas Cowboys quarterback Trey Lance says his subpar time with the San Francisco 49ers was not how I expected it to go. Lance said, quote, it's not how I think a lot of people expected it to go, but I believe everything happens for a reason. I think I'm here for a reason. I really tried not to expect anything one way or another, but I can say when I heard Cowboys, I had a big smile on my face. It was a little bit surreal for me hearing I was going to come here knowing everything about this historic organization. Close quote. Okay. There are 2 ways I can attack this, but I haven't done one of these all week, so I'm going to do this right now. Snowman's Take is brought to you by SeatGeek. Use the code Snowman Multimedia for $20 off of your first purchase. Trey Lance traded to the Cowboys. And Trey Lance said it put a big smile on my face. And Jacqueline, I do talk about the NBA, and trust me, I have something special planned for hour 2. We always do it on Wednesday, but to business here. Trey Lance said being traded to the Cowboys put a smile on his face. Let me repeat that. Trey Lance being traded to the Cowboys put a big smile on his face.
Stop the cap.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh. Stop lying.
You know what, Trey Lance? You just took a big fat Trey Lance said being traded to the Cowboys, quote, put a big smile on my face. No, Trey Lance, no. It should not have, because, and I hate saying this about a fellow who was drafted 3rd overall. And a part of me wanted to see what the kid will do in the Kyle Shanahan offense. I'm looking right into this camera, and I'm looking to all the Cowboy fans, including members of the moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation, and I'm going to say this aloud. Trey Lance, you suck as a quarterback. You didn't give yourself enough reps to become a quarterback. You suck. All right? And now you were demoted to 3rd string with the 49ers, and you're demoted to 3rd string with the Cowboys. That ain't a trade. That's a demotion for the number 3 overall pick in 2021. Now, was that a misstep by my 49ers? Abso-freaking-lutely. For what they gave up to get him. But they redeemed themselves. How, you may ask? 1, Trey Lance is gone. 2, they've recouped a lot of several of the picks that they gave up. 3, they filled some holes. And 4, and most importantly, they found their quarterback of the future and the leader of this offense in Brock Purdy. All right? And no spam in the chat, please. If you are spamming in the chat, you will be booted. Well, first you'll be put in timeout, and then the second time you're gone. Now, with that out of the way, Trey Lance, you suck. You suck. And you expect to get some time with the Cowboys? Listen, let me say this out loud for real Cowboy fans. I don't expect it to be long for Trey Lance to get booted. Suited, booted, and mooted from the Cowboys. Because he got suited, booted, and mooted from the 49ers, one of the most complex offenses you will ever have a chance to run. Period. Let me say it again, and I know my voice is going to crack, but I think y'all love it when it does. Dear Trey Lance, you suck as a quarterback. You suck. You had a showcase game in front of scouts only in 2020, and you sucked. That's not a showcase game. Well, in a way that it is, because it showcased that you are not a quarterback. You are not an NFL-ready quarterback. I will say it again, and I am proud to say this. We messed up in giving up a lot of draft capital to Miami for that number 3 overall pick, and then we messed it up by picking Trey Lance. That's peer pressure that we took and had no business taking it. Now, granted, that year we went on to the NFC Championship game in Los Angeles. But now Trey Lance is part of an organization that has not seen an NFC Championship game since 1995. Meanwhile, the organization that he was a part of, the San Francisco 49ers, in his tenure, saw 2 of them the last 2 years. And that money that they'll save will be put in Nick Bosa's contract. Watch this. Watch this. With all of the undrafted free agents they cut also, including a couple of offensive linemen I thought would make the team, but didn't. Il Manning out of Hawaii, and I forget the name of the other guy. Big fella. I forgot his name. They couldn't cut the roster. Now, it's possible that they'll bring them back. It is very possible that they bring them back. 5 seconds off sports. Hey, Ryan McCoffey, what's the brew today? I need a mop bucket full of coffee. It's that critical. My brew, I went decaf this morning. And Sick Diggy's in the house with us. What's up, Sick Diggy? Good morning to you. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Trey Lance, you suck. You understand me? Let me say it again. You suck. You suck. Maybe if you had a quarterbacks coach that actually gave a damn about you, like, say, if you actually paid attention at North Dakota State, then maybe, just maybe, you'd be an NFL-ready quarterback. Had a Dunkin' Donuts run. Had a Dunkin' run because I ran out of coffee. Ooh, Ryan McCoffee running out of coffee? Wait, what the heck am I talking about? I'm out of coffee. I have a bone to pick with you, Ryan. And I'm kidding as I say that, of course. You were the number 3 overall pick, and you were booted out of Kyle Shanahan's offense to the Dallas Cowboys. Let me say that again. You were the number 3 overall pick, and you were dealt to the Dallas Cowboys. You were dealt to the Dallas Cowboys. Really? And that put a smile on your face, knowing you're going to be third string again? It put a smile on your face to know that you were demoted to third string with the 49ers, and one day later, you were dealt to the Cowboys to be third string again, because you're backing up Cooper Rush, who's backing up Dak Prescott. In all honesty, I think they should flip, but that's my opinion. Because Dak Prescott sucks. Okay, let me stop. It put a smile on your face to be the 3rd overall pick, and you were traded for a 4th round pick. Let me say that again. Trey Lance, the number 3 overall pick in 2020, in the 2021 draft, I beg your pardon, was traded to the Cowboys for a 4th overall pick. A 4th round pick. A 4th round pick. I got it wrong. A 4th round pick is what the Cowboys thought Trey Lance was worth, and the 49ers snatched that up without even blinking. So they got one piece of their draft capital back, and if there's one thing the 49ers are experts at, it's finding diamonds in the rough. Man. Joe Montana, anybody? Steve Young, snatched from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and right into the Hall of Fame, running that 49er offense. And now it's Brock Purdy's turn. Now we got Sam Darnold and Brandon Allen to back him up, and it's more than likely we're going to make a move for another player. The money that's being tied up right now is being negotiated into Nick Bosa's contract. Okay? It's being negotiated into Nick Bosa's contract, and I guarantee he will be there before week 1. I am not panicking yet. I'm not panicking yet. Yet being the operative word, because we all know Nick Bosa, the defensive player of the year, is the biggest part of the 49er defense. The Snowman's need to scream, suck! Is brought to you by Yuck Mouth Dental Insurance. Either keep it minty, fresh, or keep it shut. Thank you, Sick Diggy. Trey Lance dealt to the Cowboys for a 4th round pick. A 4th round pick. And RC, I know about multitasking. Believe me, I know. I've got to do it for a couple of hours after I sign off because I got some catch-up work to do. But be that as it may, we're here right now, and Trey Lance is gone. Bye-bye, Trey. You are no longer part of Trey area. You are no longer part of one of the best franchises in the business. you are no longer having a chance to compete for championships because you are now stuck in Dallas. And it won't be long before you are traded again and again and again. Why? Because simply put, Trey Lance, as a quarterback, you unequivocally and undoubtedly suck. End of transmission. Goodbye, Trey. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. That is Snowman's take. What is yours? Coming up after a break, there is a three-way tie for the American League West Division lead. Two of the teams you know about. The third has come on like a house of fire. I'll explain it all when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I'm in another lane. I'm a different breed. I'm everything you can never be. I'm next level. Next level.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pros, your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Because we take this job so serious.
The f is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
It most certainly is. Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, 34 after the hour. Welcome to those of you listening on WQEE 99.1 FM in Atlanta, as well as WIRUDB in Chicago, WLEO in Baltimore, Maryland. And a welcome to those of you listening on KSOS in Salem, Oregon. Yes, we are penetrating the West Coast with this wonderful show. And a big welcome to those of you watching on BS3 TV and CSTV in Texas and Nevada, respectively. And a welcome to all of y'all listening on our flagship station, Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio. Okay. The best race in the major leagues right now is the American League West. Why? There are not one, not two, but three teams tied for the division lead heading into September. Two of those three you know about. The Texas Rangers, who started out like a house of fire, and the defending world champion Houston Astros. Who is that third team, you ask? It is the Seattle Mariners, given up by a lot of people, myself included, and left for dead. Left for dead. And they're not only alive, they are well and are in the midst of a true pennant race. Minnesota and Cleveland, who cares? Baltimore, Tampa Bay, second best race. Milwaukee over the Cubs by 4 games. I hope it grows and the Cubs get eliminated. Dodgers over the Giants, damn it. Giants are pretty much toast, but it's the American League West you got to watch. 3 teams, including the world champion Astros, all tied for the division lead. Incredible. The Seattle Mariners have the magic sauce, y'all. And they're the other team that I'm watching. Seattle was dead in the water at the All-Star break. Let me repeat that. Seattle was dead in the water. And here they are. Here they are. Let's look at the American League wild card, shall we? You got the Rays, the Rangers, the Mariners, and the Astros. Rangers, Mariners, and Astros are all even. Tampa Bay plus 5.5 in the wild card standings in the American League. And the National League is all about the Phillies and the Cubs. Plus 5 and plus 1 respectively. The third wild card team holding on for dear life, would you believe, is the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are alive. They better do some winning quick. Because you got Arizona nipping at their heels, and Cincinnati's only 2 games out. Miami's only 3 games out. And remember, Miami led the East for a while. Was asked about the Boston Red Sox. They are 6.5 games out of the wild card slot. 6.5 games out. But the Rangers, the Astros, and the Mariners are all in it to win it for the American League West. I said at the top of the season that the American League West title will go through Houston. And the way the Astros are playing right now, 18 games above 500, just as Texas and Seattle are, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if it comes down to this weekend series in Arlington to decide the West. But you cannot, and I should not, count out the Seattle Mariners. You can't. You can't. These boys are coming on like a house of fire. And Seattle has not won the division since 2001, where they set an American League record for wins. But they set a Major League record for 100 wins with 116. Victor, check that for me. I think the last time Seattle won the West was 2001. Victor, please check that for me. I believe that to be right. Now, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, September 4, 5, and 6, they get 3 at Texas. I'm going to do them all. Put it in the book, doggone it. 405 and 805 for the last 2 in Texas. They see ball.
Oh, sorry. It slipped. I'm sorry. My bad. I did not mean to hit the button. I'm so sorry.
Change your settings on your mic because you got the wrong setting again.
No, the settings are right. I don't know why it's not hearing, but the settings are right.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it sounds like you're in a room and not and not like this. Oh, and thank you for this beautiful microphone right here.
Yeah, no problem.
I got to get a heavier boom mic now. I got to get a heavier arm.
Yeah, this
heavy.
Yeah, this thing is heavier than you would think. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, my wonderful partner, executive producer extraordinaire, and video producer extraordinaire for Snowman Multimedia, and the man in charge of Comey Media Inc. and Cole Sports with a Z, Mr. Cole Johnson. Good morning, my man. A pleasure to have you as always.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning to everybody in the Nance Feedback Zone. I see that the chats are just lively this morning. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning to those who are listening and watching.
Now, who on this program said that the American League West title will go through Houston?
The both of us. And we actually said that back in April.
Yep. And
when everybody in Mamba was saying, wow, look at the start the Rangers had. Wow, man.
Right.
I was like, yeah, they did have a great start. But the funny thing is, we have seen this movie before. I mean,
yeah, we have.
The Astros, this group of Astros, they get to slow starts. They just do. They don't really round into form until June, maybe July. And then
it's like right before the All-Star break, the last 3 years.
Yeah.
They rounded it, they win a big series going into the break, and then they take off. They take off.
Yeah. And I mean, they had their foibles and struggles, but I think it took that sweep at home to the Mariners to wake them up. And
they woke up, and remember that propelled the Mariners into the West race, because remember they were still partially in the doldrums before they went to Houston and put a foot in them.
Yeah, when they went in Houston, I think they were like 4.5 out from the lead.
4.5. They were 4.5 out from the lead.
And
now look at these Seattle Mariners, man. And I love the Mariners for these 4 words. They just don't quit.
No, they just keep coming.
They don't quit.
They keep coming. They keep coming. And I saw a glimpse of that last year when the Astros eliminated them. But it was, even though, yes, as an Astros fan, I could brag, yeah, Mariners in the NLDS. Okay, yeah. But one, it took a walk-off homer by Yordan Alvarez at game 1. And then the Mariners in game 3 took us to 18 innings before we actually can finish them off. So this was not a slam dunk. Wow. Okay. This team is real easy. No.
All 3 games could have gone the Mariners' way. All 3. The first one should have. Because they led that game 7-3 going into the 8th inning.
Yeah.
They led that game 7-3 going into the 8th inning.
So I was
from West Palm. I'm sorry. A-Plus joining us from West Palm Beach, Florida. Good morning to you, my man.
What's up, brother?
Wait. I don't have my sounds up. I got to do something, and I know Ryan's going to get a kick out of this. You know, one reason I love having you on, we talk baseball, knowledgeable baseball, factual baseball. And to put our favorite skit in play, you know where I'm going. Black men talking baseball. Black men talking knowledgeable baseball. I have to tell this story. First game I ever went to, 1982 at Old Comiskey Park. Me, my dad, my cousin Jackie, my mom, and my sister all went. And you know what you went through when you went to a Rockets game and they were blowing the roof off the joint?
Yeah.
And you went with your mom? That's kind of what happened to me and Dad. Dad, listen, I went to Office Max yesterday and I printed like 30 scorecards because I'm getting prepared not only for the playoff run, but for next year. All right. My dad had a pair of these that we got at the gate when we bought our program. So we're sitting there scoring the game. My dad's teaching me how to score the game, the positions and everything. What do you think the 3 ladies that came with us are doing? Not a doggone thing that has to do with the game.
Yeah, but to say they're probably not even looking at the field.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're busy talking. I love you, Mom. They're busy cackling and talking amongst each other. Meanwhile, me and Dad are suffering because the White Sox are losing, going to the bottom of the 9th inning.
That sucks. That sucks.
Against the, you ready, California Angels. And I said that so many times the last 2 nights. And people were giving me mess about it. My wife was giving me mess about it. She even looked. And my wife hates baseball. She's made that clear. But she does support me in my venture. Mwah. Thank you, Dr. K. She says, weren't they the California Angels once upon a time? I jumped up and gave her a hug and a kiss.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, for my beautiful Dr. K, wearing a sweatshirt she bought me of the Indianapolis Colts, which is where I will be later today. And they say black men aren't only supposed to talk about fried chicken, basketball. Who says? Says who?
That's right. That's right, RC. Fried chicken, basketball, hip hop, and malt liquor.
Malt liquor. Say it again. Say that last one again.
That's right. Fried chicken, basketball, hip hop, and malt liquor.
Listen, a salute to you, Cole Johnson. Salute to you, Cole Johnson, for not only knowing baseball, but talking baseball with me.
Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, look.
Because the first few years I was doing the show, I had to talk baseball by myself, and I dedicated a full segment to it. Went longer than expected because I love baseball, but hey, you came along, Jody came along, the late great Mick Burge, one of my dearest friends, taught me about compartmentalizing my segments and limiting my segments and everything. And then the folks at CSTV gave us a clock to work with. Now, all that said,
well, I have to, I'm sorry. I mean, it's the first sport I learned. I mean, look, I love basketball. I love football. Grew to understand the nuances of each of those sports. Even hockey when I became an adult. But
yeah, same here.
But baseball was the first sport I loved. And if I were to just simply go against talking about that, I'd be middle fingering my father. That is never happening.
Nope, that's never that's never happening. And as it turns out, my late mother, bless her heart, told me her first favorite team was the Dodgers.
I can understand that. Brooklyn.
Yeah, her first Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah,
was
I can understand Brooklyn.
Her first favorite team.
Yeah.
And she would give me mess. My mother, God love her, gave me mess all the time. Why don't you like the Cubs? Mom, don't get me started. And she would just crack up laughing. And she says, I agree. She says, I agree with you. I don't get it either. Why so many people love the Cubs? And Mom and I would be cracking up laughing.
So I'm assuming your mom was a Southsider at heart too. Huh?
Yes, to her heart. Her heart. She was, and when the White Sox won it all in 2005, not only did my dad and I hug and cried, same with my mom. Because my mom cried, she gave me a hug, and she says, you know, Tiny, my grandpa, is looking down on you now. Smiling
down.
and doing a dance. And I know he was doing a dance when this happened.
A ground ball past Jenks up the middle of the infield. Uribe has it. He throws. Out! A White Sox winner and a world championship. The White Sox have won the World Series, and they're mobbing each other on the field.
It's like you with the Astros. I never thought I would hear White Sox and world championship in the same sentence.
Right. And for me, for me, let alone twice. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You got 2 of them.
Yeah.
All right. We are rebuilding to get our second and maybe third and fourth and all and all that. You know, and it takes a rebuild. It takes the Astros way to happen. And I know that now. But I'm supporting my White Sox all the way through. Okay.
And that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, I supported the Astros when they went back to back losing 100 games. So
right.
I'm not going to jump off the bandwagon.
And I don't have to mention the great perform. Listen, the first time you and I ever talked baseball, we talked 1986, Game 6, and how you were racing home. Dude, you missed the. I think you missed the first 8. The first 8.
No. I watched the first 8 at school.
Oh, you watched the first 8 at school, but then you had to fly home.
Watched the first 8 innings at school. Yeah,
Right.
I had to walk fast or run home because school let out at the top. I'm like, doggone it. The first time it let out, school let out the top of the 9th inning. And Nepper was just shredding to me the most feared lineup I think I've ever seen on a single team.
I hated Bob Nepper because he was one of those crafty left-handers. That he was one of the first pitchers I saw that had a slide step when he worked from the stretch.
Yeah.
He was one of the
from the stretch he was slides. Yeah, he was slide stepping.
Not only that, he was a lefty that had a slide step. That had a slide step. He was the first pitcher I ever saw with a slide step. And that 9th inning happened. And one of the hits of that 9th inning was a hit that Billy Hatcher was so close to running down.
Let's see. I missed. And the messed up part is I missed all of the top of the 9th. And I got home, and I think the Astros had one out in the bottom of the 9th. And then that's when I got home. And I was thinking, the game is still on? And man. Because it was 3-0 Astros when I left school.
And Nepper was shredding the Mets.
And they were and the Mets were not. I mean, that lineup was not touching Nepper.
No,
wow.
The heart of the 3 through 6, the heart of the order: Keith Hernandez, Darryl Strawberry, Gary Carter, Kevin Reynolds. 3 through 6 could do nothing against Nepper. Nothing.
And so, yeah, I mean, I because my thought then was, oh, yes. All we need to do is just close the deal here. We have a 3-run lead, and Mike Scott will close out the Mets because they weren't touching Mike Scott at all. I was like, yes. They didn't score a run on Mike Scott in that series. I was like, yes.
In
two games. Two complete game shutouts. I'm like, yes. Mike Scott on the hill. It's a wrap. The Astros are going to World Series. That's how I was thinking.
It's not only 2 complete games against Mike Scott. In shutout fashion, they had Nolan Ryan in the doggone bullpen.
Yes.
Who threw 10 innings against the Mets in Game 5.
Yep.
He threw 10 innings. So you had Nolan Ryan in the bullpen. I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna go to Game 7, and they're gonna blow the roof off the joint. And then that 9th inning happened.
Yeah, that 9th inning.
You could hear a pin drop.
I bet.
You could hear a pin drop in the Astrodome.
And Astrodome would get wild, but yes, it could become a mausoleum real quick.
And it became a mausoleum the longer the game went.
Yeah,
the longer the game went.
Yeah,
and then Jesse Orosco threw the final pitch. Oh man,
he was awesome.
He was
awesome. He was awesome that whole inning. Bottom of 16th, he was awesome that whole inning.
And remember, he had to sit through the first 15. He had to sit through the first 15.
That's the crazy part.
First 14, because remember, he pitched 2 innings in relief.
That's right. He did pitch the 15th. That's right.
And he got the 15. He got the Astros up and down in order in the 15th. Mets grab the lead. Astros get a couple to come within 1. And then that backdoor slider to Kevin Bass.
To Kevin Bass. Oh, man.
Man, that was until the ones I've seen lately, that was the filthiest slider I've ever seen. From a lefty. Lefties are not supposed to drop sidearm and throw that slider and pin it right on that corner. That's not fair.
And Kevin knew it. Kevin knew it, and he fanned at it. I'm like, oh wow.
He knew it.
Yeah, he knew it and fanned at it, which he should have, because it was going to be called a strike.
It was a strike. It was a strike all the way.
It was a strike all the way.
It was a strike. And listen, before that pitch, he saw nothing but fastballs from Orosco.
Yes, exactly.
That was that was an 8-pitch at bat, and Orosco, until that last pitch, threw nothing but fastballs. 94, 93, 94, 94, 95, 2 foul balls, 96, 95, and then that backdoor slider.
That was smart. That was smart game planning by Rosso and Carter.
Yep.
Because I was like, okay, it looks like Bass is timing the fastball. We can't throw the gas by him. So let's throw his timing off. Beautifully done.
That whole game, Bass was getting good swings the entire game. He was getting good swings the entire game. It's like, let me use the current Astro for you, and I think you know who I'm gonna mention. It's like facing Jose Altuve. You are not gonna put him away easy.
No. Yeah, you're gonna earn the strikeout. Yeah.
You're gonna earn that strikeout. And let's since we're talking Astros, last night's game against Boston, Yordan Alvarez is ready to smoke people now.
I was waiting for when he was going to just start raking again, because I was like, oh, he's hitting, because in the couple of series beforehand, I was like, okay, he's getting good contact on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting that barrel to bat on it the way that he normally would.
Mm-hmm.
This series in Fenway, that ballpark is a magic elixir to him, because man,
the one he
homer
hit
last night and the homer the night before, man,
the one he hit last night, right in front of the pesky pole.
Mm-hmm.
Any other park that's a double.
It's a double. Yeah.
Any other park that's 2 bases.
Yeah, including Minute Maid, that would be a double. Yeah,
including Minute Maid Park,
mm-hmm.
because in right field, that's one of the deepest parts of the park.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the deepest parts. That's one of the deepest parts of the park, and that's a double in any other park, including Minute Maid Park. That's a double. Mm-hmm. Pesky poles in play.
Yep,
that's a home run.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a laser out of there.
Yes, yeah.
That was a laser right there. And congrats to Jose Altuve for his cycle the night before.
Yes.
And that home run that Altuve hit that went out of the park, literally.
that was so spectacular. A Red Sox fan, before Altuve got the dugout, had to shake his hand.
Yes.
I was like, man. Yes, I would. If I was a Red Sox fan, I witnessed that from Altuve, I would too. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no question.
To the Fanatics feedback zone, Ryan McCarthy says, I remember Keith Hernandez in the Once Upon a Time in Queens documentary telling the story that he threatened Jesse Orozco with a fight if he kept throwing fastballs. I can see that.
I totally can see that.
I could totally see that. Here we go. This stroll down memory lane is brought to you by Lowe's Stroll Customs, the best shop for custom rides in Tijuana. Thank you. Playmaker is here. He says, "Wake me up when it's October. Freaking baseball." SM. Shut up.
And
McCoffey again. My grandpa was a Brooklyn.
Shut up, bitch.
I'm glad you fixed that, so the sides would be covered and the whole screen would be covered. I'm glad you fixed that.
Oh, no problem.
Glad you fixed, and the other one with Stone Cold's thing.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah. My grandpa McCarthy was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. He then became a New York Mets fan when the Dodgers moved. I can see that.
Same. And my father was a hardcore Brooklyn Dodgers fan, but when they moved out of Brooklyn, he stopped being a Dodgers fan.
Mm-hmm.
Then moved to San Francisco and he became a Giants fan.
You know who made me follow the first Aaron Rodgers is better than Zach Wilson. Well, yeah, but he's not the best quarterback. They let the best quarterback go. We had that discussion yesterday. You know who made me a Giants fan over the years?
Who?
Will Clark. First it was Jack Clark, then it was Will Clark, and
that
then Buster
his, man. That bat of his was awesome.
Man, Will
Bat of
Clark
his was
in the
awesome.
left-handed Will Clark in the left-handed batter's box.
Mm.
That hit he had in Game 5 of the National League Championship Series, which I'm going to find right now. That hit he had in Game 5. I want to find it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to play it, and then we're going to go to hour 2 because I got some stuff to talk about during hour 2 that y'all are going to love. Let me find this right now. But Will Clark, Will the Thrill Clark, y'all, in Game 5 of the National League Championship Series in 1989, delivered the hit that made me laugh my head off, and it also made me become a Giants fan. But before we do that, Our first stroll down memory lane produces our first call of the day, presented by Cricket Wireless. It's 2019. It's the National League Division Series Game 5, and it's Howie Kendrick doing the damage.
One strike pitch. Swinging a fly ball, center field deep. Bellinger going back to the warning track, to the wall. It's a grand slam. Howie Kendrick has done it. They're going crazy in the Nationals dugout. Howie Kendrick with a grand slam here in the 10th inning of Game 5. The Nationals 7, the Dodgers 3. Do you believe it?
I believe it because I saw it, Dave Jagler, sail over the wall to the 396 marker just to the right. And Kendrick, who'd had a tough series, robbed of some good chances for hits. Some other chances didn't come through. He had made 3 errors in the field, no doubt, not thinking about it then. And the Nationals' faith in him. 36-year-old Howie Kendrick with a grand slam in the 10th inning to put the Nats up by 4. Unbelievable.
And the Nats went on to win it all. And Dave Martinez, the Nationals manager, said the following.
We stayed in the fight. We won the fight.
That's how I feel right now for beating cancer. Stayed in the fight and then won the fight. You know, and I learned a tough lesson over the weekend, but I'm glad I did. Every time I tell my story, I tell it from the standpoint of a victim. Nah, not anymore. Not anymore. I'm living in victory, and I will continue to live. I will continue to live in victory. Now, I talked about Game 5 of the 1989 NLCS, and this man, Will Clark, made me a fan of the Giants.
Line drive, base hit. In comes one. In comes Butler. Going to third is Thompson. 3-1, San Francisco.
Oh, gotta love it. Got to love it. One more? Okay, one more. We got time for one more, then we have to go to hour 2 because there are some things I'm gonna touch. And y'all are not gonna believe it. Okay. Let's go to last season, 2022, and Mr. Yordan Alvarez, take it away, and Robert Ford, same thing.
And Alvarez belts it deep to right field. Distant goodbye. Unbelievable. The Astros a walk-off win. Yordan Alvarez, a walk-off 3-run homer. And the Astros stun the Mariners in Game 1 of the division series. Incredible!
The House of Horrors for the Seattle Mariners continues as they mob Alvarez by home plate.
All right, that's our calls of the day presented by Cricket Wireless, the official wireless carrier of Snowman in the Morning, as well as Snowman Multimedia. We got a break. It's halftime, and then hour 2, Bronx Sexual Hour after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jay.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC for playing.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh, man. It's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2, was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now. There we go. 11:08, 8 minutes after the hour, and Luis Hernandez is in the house with us. And oh boy. Let's start our, shall I play it? Yeah, let's do it. It's the Bronx Sexual Hour, and I'm going to go right into this with a very serious story attached to it.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronx Sexual Confessions.
All right, let's get serious. Bronny James, the oldest son of NBA superstar LeBron James, has been diagnosed with an anatomically and functionally significant congenital heart defect, which can and will be treated. James' family spokesperson said Friday in a statement. We are very confident in Bronny's full recovery and return to basketball in the very near future. We will continue to provide updates to media and respectfully reiterate the family's request for privacy, close quote. A congenital heart defect, I read it wrong, I'm sorry, is an abnormality in the heart The heart are blood vessels near the heart that do not develop normally before birth, and is one of the most common birth defects, according to Johns Hopkins, and the Mayo Clinic. There are several kinds of CHDs, each varying impacts on a person's overall health. Bronny received an initial evaluation at Cedars-Sinai and follow-up evaluations at the Mayo Clinic and Atlantic Health Morristown Medical Center, the statement said. James, who was a freshman at the University of Southern California, sustained sudden cardiac arrest on July 24. While working out to the USC campus, he was hospitalized in intensive care before returning to stable condition. The 18-year-old four-star recruit committed to the Trojans in May after averaging 14, 5, and 3 in his senior year at Sierra Canyon, Los Angeles. He possesses many of the unselfish skills as his dad that he does. Now, I have an opinion about this situation, and many people are not going to like it. But having dealt with heart problems myself, and many people that I know, athletes included, have dealt with heart problems. Many fans of Bronny James are not going to like what I'm about to say. But it goes like this. He should walk away right now while he has his health. I said this before and I'll say it again. Knowing this happened, knowing the diagnosis of this, all I can think about is Hank Gathers back in 1990 when he went up for a dunk, took a couple steps to get back on defense, and then collapsed. And he never got back up. Hank Gathers was on his way to a superb NBA career, and then that happened. If there's one thing you need to take seriously, very, very seriously, it is your heart condition. And I don't think that I don't want to say this, but I don't think they're taking this as seriously as they need to. If it's money they're worried about, Bronny James is going to be set up for life because of his superstar dad. He can walk away right now, be a student at USC, but I know if he walks away, he's going to be pressured to play basketball. This I understand, and this I get. That's all he's known for most of his life. That's all he's known for most of his life. Bronny James, you should walk away right now while you have your life, while you are able to still walk and run and be a student and have friends and have your life together. You're going to be set up anyway. I'm saying if you want to play basketball, that is your decision, but take your time in coming back. Please take your time. Take your time. Congenital heart defect just may require surgery. And I hate to mention that word to an 18-year-old. And RC, that's the first person I thought about when this news came down. Hank Gathers, number 44 for Loyola Marymount, the Loyola Marymount Lions out in Los Angeles in 1990. Bo Kimmel and Jeff Fryer gave their best to get to the Final Four for him. That pavilion was full for Hank Gathers' funeral. Full. 5,000 people in there. 5,000 people in that joint. And Bo Kimball, famously, I remember him saying, one more clap, one more applause in his house. I don't want that to happen to Bronny. I don't. And a big part of me is also speaking as a parent, of which I am. I am not only a parent, but I'm also a grandparent. I don't like this happening for my children, no matter what age. You know, my son came over once and he said, doggone it, I just turned 25 and I'm already having knee problems and foot problems. And I know he was joking about it, but going through the problems myself, that worried me. That absolutely worried me. And now to hear this from a 4-star recruit having a congenital heart defect, I know it can be treated. I know that medical science is really advanced in as long as I've been alive. I understand that. I get that. But if you come back too soon, Bronny, you are putting your life at risk. And I hate saying that, and I hate feeling that. But as a parent, as a coach, as a parent, and as a fan, you all should want Bronny to be at immediate health. And I say this unto the folks at USC, give him a red shirt. Y'all got money. You're in Los Angeles. You're going to be part of the Big Ten Conference. You got enough money to give him a red shirt. And plus, there's NIL deals available where he doesn't even have to play. Put the right deals in place and let him walk away from basketball, or at least until he is fully recovered. Please do that for Bronny. Do that for LeBron. Do that for the entire James family. Please. Because I don't want Bronny James to turn into another Hank Gathers.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of the Bronxexual Confessions.
More fun after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I'm in another lane. I'm a different breed. I'm everything you can never be. I'm next level. Next level.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon and see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
We take this job so serious.
The is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
7:20 after the hour. Again, once again, thanks to all of you listening on WIRU in Chicago, as well as WQEE in Atlanta, WLEO in Baltimore, KSOS in Salem, Oregon, our fourth major station that we have picked up. And, of course, our two television networks, BS3 TV down in Texas and all points southwest, and CSTV in all points west and northern California in Vegas. In Reno, I beg your pardon. Why did I say Vegas? Reno,
Nevada.
Why did I say Vegas? Because we're going to be, we are going to be at the Super Bowl. I'm guaranteeing that right now. And also a welcome to those of you listening on KSHP in Las Vegas.
That's
that will be we're picking up. They picked us up, and it's going to be official in 2 weeks' time. We'll be on KSHP 5 days a week. So be ready, y'all. Be ready. And it just may involve an expansion of the show. I'll explain that as we go on. Speaking of which, we got to have some fun now. I said my serious piece about Bronny James, speaking as a parent and as a fan. And I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback saying he should walk away right now. But if it's money you worry about, he's going to be set for life anyway.
Which is true.
He's going to be, just be a kid, be a student. You know, if you want to come back, but do it in good time. Do it when you're fully ready, when you get your treatments under control. Don't rush, is my message. Don't rush.
Yeah, he's only 18. Shouldn't rush.
And, of course, Hank Gathers came to mind.
Yes, he should. Because he was not too much older when he collapsed on the court than Bronny.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. Push the button because we gotta have some fun.
All right,
we gotta have some fun. Push button.
Okay. Oh, that's the one that's supposed to push after this one. Oh,
yes.
My bad.
This Bronx Session Confession is brought to you by Bron Joy Juice. Bron Joy Juice, the ultimate joy juice of bronsexuals worldwide. Made with 100% organic seal milk. In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight. For the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronsexual Confessions.
All right. Put it up.
Okay, so as I was perusing social media.
I told you about that.
You did, Snowman, and you did Wise.
I told you about that.
I ran into not one but two absolutely atrocious things involving two. But I'm not going to unveil the second one. That will be in the next segment. But I ran into two of them from the same bronsexual.
Dear Lord.
So in the same conversation with said bronsexual, he decided to be real clever.
Oh, Lord.
And yeah, I mean, just extremely clever. And I still bristle at this because I just can't believe the audacity of these bronsexuals. With this one, it was about comparing LeBron James and Michael Jordan at the ages of 28. Yes, again. At the ages of 28.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
And
go.
Yeah, and in the comparison of having these two be compared to when they were at the age of 28 by what they accomplished by the age of 28.
Oh no.
I came across this.
Oh no. Oh, no.
And as you can see with video evidence.
Video evidence. Oh no.
This bronzessual said, quote,
oh dear. Oh dear.
The NBA crowned Jordan as the greatest when he was 28. LeBron was so far ahead of Jordan at that age that the Jordan fans in the media stop all MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year awards, and all defensive team selections. Teams were created to stack against him. The NBA added expansion teams and changed the rules to help Jordan. Even Jordan desperately put out documentaries throwing his teammates under the bus to elevate his 6-year, actually, it was 7 at that time, year career. Close quote. And as you can see from this graphic, by the age of 28, LeBron was a 2-time champion to Jordan's 1. He won 4 regular season MVPs to Jordan's only 2. He was a Finals MVP twice. Jordan was only a Finals MVP once. 2-time All-Star MVP to Jordan's 1. 2-time Olympic gold medalist to to Jordan's 1. 7-time All-NBA first team to only 5 for Jordan. 5-time All-Defensive first team for LeBron for only 4 for Jordan. 9-time NBA All-Star to only 7 for Jordan. 4-time Finals appearance for LeBron to only 1 for Jordan. 43 times Player of the Week to only 15 times for Jordan. And 25 times Player of the Month to only 10 for his airness.
Can I
Now,
take it from here?
my question, I was going to do this mentality style. My question to you, sir.
Yes.
Why is it that bronzessuals have this thirst, this desire, this need to want to find some flaw in Michael Jordan's game by elevating things that either LeBron accomplished more of or accomplished sooner? The floor is yours.
Because they can't help it. That's simple. Because they cannot help it. Now, I'm going to point something out that's going to destroy every single argument these bronzesexuals made in that graphic. Would you put the graphic up again, please?
Oh, no problem.
Okay. Now, first of all, 2-time NBA champion to Jordan's 1. Michael Jordan has a national championship under his belt too. March 29th, 1982.
But Bron didn't go to college.
Tells you why it took so long for his game to develop. Oops.
Oh, wow.
4-time regular season MVP and didn't earn any of them.
Wow.
2-time Finals MVP, only earned 1 of those.
So are you telling me that LeBron must have sucked because from the age of 38 to now he has won the regular season MVP 0 times?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now I want to point something out to these bronzesexuals thirsting off of the Bron Georges. There is one award that Michael Jordan has that LeBron James will never, ever, ever in life have.
And I saved that one for you purposely.
And that is identified by 4 letters. D-P-O-Y. What does that stand for? Defensive Player of the Year. The year was 1988 when Michael Jordan had his first coming out party, the second one coming the following year. Michael Jordan did something that no other NBA player has done at the time, and only one other player has done
since.
Mm-hmm. Not only did he lead the league in scoring, he led the league in steals. Matter of fact, Michael Jordan is the only player in NBA history to lead the league in scoring and steals 3 times. 88, 90, and 93. Let me say that again. Michael Jordan is the only player in NBA history to lead the league in scoring and steals 3 times. He was the first player to ever do it in an MVP year. The year was 1988. May I say that year again? The year that Michael Jordan led the league in scoring and steals, won Defensive Player of the Year, won MVP of the All-Star Game, and the regular season MVP. 1988. Has LeBron ever won Defensive Player of the Year? No. Has LeBron ever led the league in steals? No. How many times did Michael Jordan lead the league in scoring? 10. How many times has LeBron James led the league in scoring? 1. Now I'm going to throw an argument that bronzexuals hate, but it is factual, and we talk fact on this program. How many titles did Michael Jordan win in his career? 6 of them. Oh, and by the way, he was undefeated in the NBA World Championship Series. How many times has LeBron James won championships? 4 of them. How many times was he defeated in the World Championship Series? 4. 6 times. 6. As my partner and wonderful, esteemed executive producer would always say, 4 in 10. You failed. Now, I'm going to somehow edit my closing that I always have for these bronzexual confessions, which will never stop. These bronzexual confessions write themselves. Okay, this was supposed to be 2 or 3 episodes on Cole Sports on the Daily. This is supposed to only go 3 episodes deep. It's now 3 years deep in a segment that I borrowed. And my partner encouraged me to borrow shamelessly. I asked him, can I bring this to my program? He said, take it, borrow shamelessly. 3 years later, we're still going. And they write themselves because you bronzexuals just don't quit. If you ever in life fix your mouths to compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan, there are 4 letters by Michael Jordan's name that LeBron will never have. DPOY. Why, you ask? Because Michael Jordan learned to play defense. Thank you, the late, great Dean Smith, and Doug Collins, and Phil Jackson. Oh, and remember, Michael Jordan was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year 5 times.
That's right.
And this was before 1993. The 3 years he led the league in scoring and steals, yeah, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. Eat that, bronzexuals. Now get out of my face, you thirsty heifers.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of the Bronxexual Confessions.
Down, one to go.
Many thanks to you,
hello.
the Bro Genius.
Thank you to the Broke Genius. We got a super chat for the show, and thank you all for helping this channel to get monetized. Cole Johnson, you're next, doggone it. And once you get monetized, my brother, I'll be one of the first to drop you a super chat because I love you. You've been a wonderful friend. You've been a wonderful instructor on how to put this radio show together and add video to it. You are just awesome. All right. I mean all of that. I learned a lot from watching Cole Sports and Cole Sports on the Daily. I learned a lot from you, my friend. I love you dearly. And once your channel gets monetized, I'm dropping you a super chat. That's a promise. That's on record. And I will keep my promise. I will keep my promise.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
One more. Go ahead.
I'm saying, I'm just happy that you received yours on the show. That's awesome, bro.
That is.
And a testament to you.
Thank you to the Broke Genius for that. One more after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Hey everybody, Brian Snow here. Want to do some afternoon sports talk with me and be interactive? Also meet some great guests from every walk of life? Then tune in to The Brian Snow Show on CSTV and CSTVnow.com. Weekdays at 2 p.m. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Cause we take this job so serious.
The is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Oh, he's got that evil laugh going on now. He's got that evil laugh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to expect another one of those commercials very soon.
I love it.
Because you're going to expect another, because we take this job so serious. Yeah, that's going to be another one that's going to debut very soon.
And he's rubbing his hands together just like I do in my production suite. I love it. And yes, and yes, to all those who doubt, I am building a production suite. It's going to be a small one here, but when we move and get everything together, good Lord, we're going to blow some people away. All right. One more to do to close this on a fabulous note. On your mark, get set, Hit it.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronxexual Confessions.
Before we do the final one, RC Talks Basketball put it succinctly. Put prime MJ and prime LeBron on the floor. LeBron going to do some things, and MJ going to do some things. But definitely down the stretch, LeBronita will be watching while MJ is dominating the game.
Look, no lie to be found, RC, because you're on point. No lie to be found. No lie to be found. No lie to be found. Because I think a lot of people want to laud LeBron for having this great IQ, because he doesn't always take the last shot, and that he always goes out and makes the basketball play. But I'm thinking to myself, he watched a lot of Jordan film because Jordan did a lot of the same things. It's just when he shot the ball, his success rate was higher in terms of those key shots he made. And the shots he didn't make, the dimes he threw were huge. So you can laud LeBron saying he has, and I've heard some say he has the highest basketball IQ in NBA history. I'm like, no.
Who told this lie?
No. Because we saw Jordan do similar things. So no. You can't get away with that. Can't get away with that.
They actually say that he has the highest IQ. Okay, who told that? Who told that lie? Who told this lie? And before we show the graphic of what we're going to talk about next, I need to give you a present. Now I've named a lot. Give me a present. I need to give you a present. It goes like this. I've said a lot of forwards that played a better forward than LeBron James. I've gotten pushback on all of them. My next forward I'm going to say that played better than LeBron James? I've said Tom Chambers. I've said Terry Cummings. I've said Sigma, who was also a center. Look it up. I've said Dominique Wilkins. I've said Alex English. I've said Bernard King. Who else did I say? I said, of course, Larry Bird. Larry Bird.
That goes without saying. To me, he's the greatest small forward I've ever seen.
Let's see. Scottie Pippen, James Worthy, and then there's
is it the first small forward I fell in love with?
It's this man.
Defensive. Cooper brings it over to James Worthy.
Yes, it is.
Malone pass is deflected. Going to be stolen, I think, by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk. And yet another Laker turnover.
To the late, great Chick Hearn. Thank you for that call.
Wonderful call.
And yes. Yes, the doctor.
Yes, the man who made me fall in love with the position of small forward. Yes.
Thank you. Now, there's a graphic you need to put up, and we're going to destroy it.
All right. So, as I alluded to in the last segment, as I peruse social media, to gain, I ran into the same Bronxexual.
Oh, do that again. Do that again.
As I was perusing social media.
Yes, sir.
I ran into the same Bronxexual to gain.
Again.
Now, he put forth the gem of side by side with Jordan and LeBron with accomplishments done before they are at the age of 28 or by the age of 28. He also put up this.
Oh dear.
Yes. The amount of awards. And for those who can't read, LeBron 154 total awards to Michael Jordan's 94. And the caption from this Bronx sexual reads, quote,
here we go.
The NBA clearly states that LeBron has 64% more NBA awards than Jordan, which Jordan has the second most NBA awards. At this point, it's a learning defect when y'all say Jordan has the most awards in NBA history. Close quote.
We interrupt this.
Now let's quantify.
We interrupt this for a selection from the Wonder Bread Choir entitled, Please Stop Smoking Them Lines.
Now, to put this in perspective.
First, a backup selection from the Wonder Bread Choir entitled, Please Stop Believing Everything You Hear About LeBron. All right, Cole Johnson, hit it.
Now, to put this frivolity in perspective, what you see here, you're seeing things that are put forth in your face, such as the Sporting News Most Valuable Player of the Year, the bronze medal that LeBron won.
Bronze. You
Bronze,
bronze?
not gold. Bronze. BRONZE. The bronze medal he won. The Players of the Month awards that they won. The Players of the Week award that they won.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna find something. Go on, sir. Go on.
All right. Now, to bolster this point for the bronze sexual.
Oh dear.
Jordan, bless his wonderful heart. He won Player of the Month. I'm sorry, he won Player of the Week 25 times.
He sure did.
Yo King won it 66.
How many?
66.
And some
Play
of
of the
those
week.
Weeks, some of those weeks are lies, but we'll go on.
Now, His Earnest won NBA Player of the Month 16 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yo King won it 39.
Boo.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Because Bron won a bronze medal, and His Earnest has won 0 bronze medal. And this goes right into what I have always said about bronze sexuals.
Mm-hmm.
Partial greatness is celebrated, and total greatness is shunned. And if that isn't proof of that, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Here's proof of the greatness of Michael Jordan. Let's go back to November 11th, 1992. I'm going to fast forward this clip to a certain thing that Michael Jordan does best and LeBron doesn't. So while I find what I need to find,
You bet you the Pistons getting to the line a lot.
right here.
Now, if you step over, I'm going to have to call it. Rodman will defend on the inbounds. Pippen will toss in. B.J. Armstrong is on the floor for the Bulls, along with Michael Jordan. The inbounds a cart right to Jordan. Time winding down. Michael for three. Yeah! Yes! A winner! Unbelievable!
Oh, you didn't? Oh, did you miss the Brown Sexuals? Here it is again.
Time winding down. Michael is on the floor for the Bulls, along with Michael Jordan. The inbounds a card right to Jordan. Time winding down. Michael for three. Yeah! Yes! A winner! Unbelievable!
The great Wayne Larrivee, my good
sir,
friend,
sir,
on the call. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, your hand is raised.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of people who argue against Jordan, they said that the Pistons owned Jordan until 1991, and Jordan only owned the Pistons with that sweep in the Eastern Conference Finals in 91. Why is it that they don't say that Jordan...
Uh-oh. Oh,
Why is it they don't? Yeah, I know. Why is it that they don't say that Jordan didn't lose to the Pistons for 7 years after that?
Because they're afraid. I'll answer that question. Because they're afraid to admit the truth that Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls dominated the Detroit Pistons for 7 years. After Jordan and the Bulls figured it out to play together as a team. Now, listen.
The next time the Pistons beat them was the last year Jordan was a Bull.
1998. Listen, Phil Jack, unlike any coach LeBron has had, save Eric Spoelstra, and I give a little credit to LeBron for listening to Eric Spoelstra. I'll explain that in a moment.
I can see
Phil
that.
Jackson got Michael Jordan to do the one thing he used to do at North Carolina: trust his teammates.
Playing the team concept. Yeah,
he got Jordan to trust his teammates. And I'll give you an example. I will give you all a prime example, and I'm going to use the call from my inspiration, the late great Jim Durham. Now, I said, and will continue to say, Michael Jordan had to trust his teammates, right?
Yeah, but I have another question, sir. I thought Michael Jordan was a ball hog. I thought he was a ball hog. What? Yeah, I thought he was a ball hog. I thought he never passed.
Who said that? Who said that?
Well, when people keep saying that he was selfish. He was selfish on the court, and that all he did was score.
Jim Durham.
Scottie Pippen brings it up. Pippen guarded by A.C. Green. Paxton has it in the front court. Pippen with the ball back. Off to the left. Works around it towards the screen. Now to Michael out front. Michael right of the lane. Right side Paxton. He comes up shooting. Book it. Again, Johnny. John Paxton sticks another one.
Michael Jordan was a ball hog, right?
Yeah. He was a ball hog.
Is that the narrative? That play just destroyed him being a ball hog.
Right.
For 3 reasons. One, who brought the ball up the floor?
Looked like it was Jordan.
That was Scottie Pippen.
Oh, Pippen, sorry.
That was Pippen. Number 2, what's one of the most fundamental things you can do? You can screen for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing, when Michael did have control of the ball, who was open?
It was John Paxson.
And what did Michael Jordan do?
Up by only 2, with a minute left to go in the game, and the Bulls then up 3-1 in the NBA Finals.
Yep.
He elected to dish it to the open man for 3. If that doesn't talk or scream basketball IQ, I don't know what does. And if it doesn't shoot through the theory that Jordan was a ball hog, I don't know what does either. And and thank you, RC. That wasn't the only instance. Because you named 2 more.
By the way, here's the third. Here's the third one. Walk down memory lane and calls courtesy of cricket. The late great Jim Durham and Johnny Kerr was on that call in 1991. Our courtesy to NBC Sports. Speaking of NBC, speaking of the of the World Championship Series.
Mm-hmm.
You have this one.
Picked off him. Get right back to him.
1997.
25 seconds in
NBA Finals. 3-2 Bulls.
Differential between the 24-second clock and the game clock. It is Michael Jordan time. Scottie Pippen looking.
You heard Marv Albert. It's Michael Jordan time.
Here's Jordan. Did not have the shot.
Now listen to what Matt Gukas said at the tail end of this.
Remember, Marv Albert said, it's Michael Jordan time. But take it away, Mr. Gukas.
But Matt Gukas' analysis said this.
Well, the question was, would they come double Michael Jordan? Stockton game. Steve Kerr, reminiscent of John Paxson in 93.
Oh, and the Bulls weren't a defensive team, right? Bulls weren't a good defensive team, right? That's what the narrative is, because Michael Jordan is a ball hog.
Mm-hmm.
They allowed in a clincher.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
In a clincher in 1997.
In that era, at worst, but I digress.
In 1997,
mm-hmm.
they allowed 86 points. Matter of fact, let's go through all of the closeout games, shall we? The most points they allowed in a closeout game was 101, and that was their first title when they beat the Lakers. 92, they allowed 93 points to the Portland Trailblazers. 93, 98 to Phoenix.
98.
96, 75 to Seattle. 97, 86 to Utah. And 1998, 86.
Yeah, but say 86 both closeouts in Utah. Or to Utah, yeah. And I've always said this about Jordan. He needed to have someone like a Phil Jackson get in his ear and say what you just typed. Jordan, you want to score 61 every night, or you want to score 38 and trust your teammates to help you out? Eventually, he chose the latter with help from Phil, because he learned that it was pretty tough to go out and score 45, 50, 55, and teams allowing them to score, especially the Pippards, allowing them to score, but clobbering him on his way to scoring that and denying his teammates.
Phil Jackson.
And then when he learned that lesson in 1990, the teammates had to learn, he actually is trusting us. Hence the Game 7 Eastern Conference Finals game where Pippen actually has said afterwards he didn't answer the bell because he had a migraine. Because then the Pistons understood, okay, Jordan understands he has to involve his teammates. Now we got to beat the teammates down. And that's the reason why the Bulls did not overcome the Pistons in 1990. You were there. You were there. You were there. I watched it, but you were there. Am I lying, sir?
I was. No, you're not lying.
That's
You're not lying. You're not. No lie to be found. No lie to be found, man. As we say goodbye to the folks in Chicago, because we're going to run over a little bit. Thank you. Thank you to WIRUDB in Chicago. I'll be fishing for sponsors from Chicago for the next couple of days. Listen, Ryan McCarthy said they also hold the record for the least points allowed in an NBA playoff game, let alone a finals game. That's 54.
Yep, 54.
Utah Jazz on a Sunday night, Game 3.
Game
NBA
3, 98.
Finals, 1998. And thank you, WIRUDB, for joining us this morning. 1998. 54 points. Put that graphic up again, please. Not the comment, but the graphic you had in mind. The graphical.
Oh, you mean this one?
That one. I'm going to read this Bronx Sexuals comment, and then I will close up. The NBA clearly states that LeBron has 64% more NBA awards than Jordan, which Jordan has the second most NBA awards. At this point, it's a learning deficit when you all say Jordan has the most awards in NBA history. Close quote. It's a learning deficit. Put it up again. Put it up again. It's a learning deficit to you, Brandon C. Lee, when you don't watch the nuances of the doggone game.
You go calling out the Bronx sexual again.
Brandon C. Lee, this is frivolous. Brandon C. Lee, you don't watch the game. Brandon C. Lee, you are dumb. You are a fool. You are full of the joy juice so much you're drunk on it. You fool. Take it down. You absolute incompetent fool.
Remember, 66 times is Kang the player of the week.
You fool. You idiotic, incompetent fool. Matter of fact, find that sound and give me it. I'll say it again.
You mean this? Oh, you mean this one?
You fool! Yes. Do it again. You fool! One more time for those of us in the cheap seats at the summit. You fool!
And
yes.
And also, this is dedicated to all bronzexuals as well.
This moment of bronzexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronx. When you start talking like an idiotic bronzexual, Hooked on Bronx can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM. Now approve all this.
Forgive me. Get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to obsessive remark from bronzexuals beyond my control, the cap detection tool will be out of commission for the remainder of the day. We apologize for the inconvenience. Yours truly,
Victor, you've been immortalized forever. You want to tell us again how the Bulls didn't play defense? Show your work, bronzexuals. That's the problem. They don't have any work. They cheat. They cheat just like the one guy in class that sneaks a look at everybody else's papers except his. In fairness, MJ was like, okay, Bill Cartwright, Scott Williams, BJ Armstrong, I'll give you all a chance. Oh, y'all can't perform? I'll do it myself now. Yeah. He
did that throughout his run. That we're not debating that.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
He did that throughout. I will say this. I would say this here, RC, and you're exactly correct, RC. Throughout the time he actually was winning the rings, there was times he did say that, and times he did do that, and there was times his teammates actually said, "You know what? We don't have it. It's all you. And can you take us there?" And there was times he did that in the regular season. There was times he did it in the playoffs, and there was times he did it in the finals. The thing was, before he got to winning those rings, he never trusted his teammates at all.
Exactly.
Because he felt as though he felt as though there wasn't anybody that was not necessarily on his level. There wasn't anybody who wanted it as bad as he did.
Mm-hmm.
So going, I would say about 1990 forward, Yeah, there was times he did do that, but there was also times he actually did allow for others to cook.
John Paxson, Steve Kerr, Pax again. Oh, by the way, close with this. Hey, Bronx Sexuals, you know who was the leading scorer in the 91 closeout game in Game 5? It wasn't MJ. It was Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen had 32 points. MJ had 30. And by the way, Scottie Pippen hit a big shot with about 5 minutes left to even the game at 93. And after the Bulls took the lead with a 6-0 run, they never gave it back.
Yeah, because the Lakers wanted that game bad. Ooh, they wanted that game
They
bad.
needed that game bad, and they
Yeah,
were in
they
it.
needed it, yeah. Mhm.
They were in it. They were up 93-90 after a lob to Campbell, but Campbell couldn't complete the three-point play. That's
why I gained a whole lot of respect for, I mean, more than I usually would for a team that was constructed the way they were, and they were the first-time champs. I was like, wow. In enemy territory, they knew they were getting Game 7 effort from a perennial champion like the Lakers. They took their best shot, and they threw it back at them. I'm like, doggone, this team could be something.
They did. They threw it back at him. Thank you to the folks at KSOS. Thank you to the folks at WLEO for tuning us in. And thank you to y'all for tuning us in on CSTV and BS3 TV.
Yes.
That we are out of here. Have a great day. God bless.
Thank you,
Remember
everybody.
to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
then they're simply not big enough. And thank you to the Finance Feedback Zone. You all are really good today. Love you guys.
Our feedback zone is presented. Our feedback zone and our whip around daily is presented by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. And we're going to go ahead and say it. Snowman's Take is brought to you by SeatGeek, our courtesy video from NBC TV as well as TBS. Thank you to all the radio calls that we had today, and we're probably going to invoke some credits that will credit everybody. That will limit the time that we are verbalizing them. We are out of here. We will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. So long, everybody.
Peace. LeBron James, a better basketball player than Michael Jordan.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop lying. Always lying.